Hi, today I'll be making a spinach and mushroom quiche. You can use the same recipe for different fillings. The two important parts of this recipe are the crust and the no egg filling. The quiche base is similar to the ones from these two videos but with few tweaks. It's a pretty simple recipe and works for both sweet and savory dishes. I put 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour in a mixing bowl, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 25 grams of vegan butter or margarine, and 1/4 cup of oil. Make sure the butter is straight out of the fridge. I mixed everything by hand to get this flaky crumbled texture. Then I added a teaspoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt before combining everything together with oat milk to create the dough. I used a little over 1/2 cup of milk. Add the milk slowly till you get this kind of texture on the dough. This doesn't need to rest. I threw it on the board and started rolling it immediately into a circular shape. Check the size of your oven tray and make sure the dough is rolled enough to cover the sides. I'm using a 28 cm tray. If you're using a 24 cm one, then multiply the ingredients by 0.857. Good luck with that. Now that the dough is about 1/2 centimeter thick, I'll transfer it to the tray, push it to the sides, and cut the extra edges with the rolling pin. I made some holes in the dough base using a fork, then covered the dough with parchment paper and added some old beans to it. This goes to the oven for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees. Don't fully cook the dough, just make sure the edges are firm and then remove the beans and put it back in the oven for about 5 to 10 more minutes or until the base is firm as well. While the crust is in the oven, I prepared the filling. About 300 grams of mushrooms fried in some olive oil. I like to get a nice brown color on the mushrooms to get more flavor out of them. Then I threw in some cherry tomatoes for a couple of minutes. I want the tomatoes to sizzle and soften a little, but not cook all the way. Then I'll throw in the washed baby spinach and turn down the heat. Mix it for a couple of minutes, then add garlic powder, salt and pepper, and take it off the heat. I squeezed a little lime on top to take out any bitterness from the spinach. Now the most important part, the egg replacement. This is inspired from my scrambled tofu egg video. Watch it if you don't recognize any of the ingredients I'm using. So I'm using this organic local finished tofu product, and it's very important to test your tofu before using it as egg replacement. Some tofu products are quite bitter, which will ruin the taste of the whole dish. I'm not gonna point any fingers here. So I'm using 3 packs of 250 grams tofu. You can scramble all of them or mix them until creamy. I like a bit of both textures, so I'll mix 2 packs with oat milk in my Vitamix until I get this creamy texture. Yes, I'm using the dry container. I'm so gangster. I like to live on the edge. The 3rd pack I will break up and heat in some olive oil, then add the creamy mixture to it. More oat milk, Aromat, turmeric, and black pepper. Then 2 teaspoons of egg replacer so it firms up later in the oven. I keep adding milk until I have this kind of texture. Be careful with the amount of turmeric. It's mostly for color, so if you add too much of it, it can be overpowering and bitter. Now I'll mix the 2 fillings together and add them to the crust. I'm still a loyal fan of this cheese, so I'll break some on top to make it even more delicious. This goes in the oven for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees or until the top starts to brown. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.